Hello, hello everyone, fellow wizards and witches and muggles and everything in between. This is session number 4 of the Wizarding World campaign, The Circle of Fate. And we just finished our first event.
Bang.
1 out of the 4.
Yes.
It took
We
30
won.
seconds.
We
Please
won.
don't expect this in future. We
Yes.
don't know.
No, don't say that, Jordan. We're gonna win
Oh.
everything.
We'll win every time.
Yeah,
Team Wampus was victorious this time, and
and every time.
yes, one of many times according to Clef.
Yes.
I would like for you guys, for your warm-up, since I have done this several times in the past, in previous campaigns, is if we were to pause the events that are happening right this moment, if we just took a pause right here, and if we hypothetically had your character write something in their journal or their diary, what would they write? Just to get a sense of what's in the characters' heads right now, especially now that the event is over and the school year started and all these people that they're meeting and all of the who do you have a crush on amongst the team and all that stuff has been done. I'm just curious, like, what are some of the things that your character would say that they wouldn't say necessarily to anyone else, but if they were to write it in their journal diary, they would. To give you guys a chance to also stall and get into the heads of another NPC, I want you four to agree to one NPC, and it doesn't have to be anyone. Really, it could really be anyone. Which NPC would you like me to do that for? And you all have to agree.
Naila and Finn.
We always do Naila and Finn. Let's do Chesta.
We always do
Let's do
Chance.
Chesta because I wonder how she feels like about because we don't hear a lot about her, and I wonder how she feels like not performing particularly like great at the Quidditch game. Like she didn't do bad, but she did let Nico score.
I actually would like to pick. I would either pick Chester or Aika. I'd be curious to see what Aika's thoughts on the
Ooh,
quiz.
I am curious about what Aika thinks after the begging.
So I reduced Roxy to begging. It was something I never thought would happen.
Yeah, Chester and Aika would be the two best because we don't know anything about them really.
AJ, you're the tiebreaker. Come on, dude.
I'd rather hear Aika.
All right, you guys win this time.
Okay. So if Ayika had time right now to write in his journal, he will say, "Dear Journal, the first event has come and went. First of all, I must say how proud I am of the performance of our team. We've been working very hard over the last couple of weeks to try to get ourselves ready for this event, and considering how nervous we all were, especially going up against the likes of the Pukwudgie team, who have such an all-star composition of talent, I am very grateful at our performance and all of the points that we were able to collect by the end. Reaching second place is probably the best of both worlds. Not only does it give us the encouragement for doing better next time, but the motivation as well. We are basically right smack in the middle of both the Pukwudgie team as well as Team Wampus. Hopefully, the one in the middle tends to be the one that is the most overlooked of all the teams, and maybe that will be our advantage. But then again, that might just be the Ngaziwa secrets and mystery side of myself. I have to say that it is very ironic, considering the events leading up, that the Team Wampus team, who appeared to be admittedly the least prepared of all of the teams, managed to still squeeze past the both of our teams with 100 points above even ours, by sheer dumb luck compared to even Chance's standards.
It's so hilarious.
It's not luck.
It's great.
Levi totally saw that first.
It was luck. It was actually courage, guys.
Like, anyway, sorry, Hawk, keep going.
Rest assured, we will not be underestimating Team Wampus again for the rest of this competition. They, regardless of whether it was dumb luck or not, they currently are the team to beat, and we are going to work extra hard to make it very difficult for them to do so. I must say this year in general has been rather uplifting. Meeting all of these people from different countries has been a very educational experience, and having the pleasure of spending a lot of time, especially with Tritessa and Nico and Tobias, has been fantastic. Toby is very intelligent. He just needs to be a little bit more confident in his abilities. Maybe I might be able to help him with that, with a thing or two. Tritessa, she is, I would say, the one that is probably the most competent in terms of staying calm as well as being very resourceful. She clearly is also the most observant in the team. And then as for Nico, well, Nico's the wild card. However, in terms of athleticism, he definitely excels very well. I miss home, however. I miss the fine dishes and cuisine that my mother makes back in Morocco. And it is funny because sometimes when you find yourself in the largest school of the entire wizarding world, it can still feel very lonely amongst a crowd of people. That's why I'm very grateful that I'm able to spend such quality time with the comrades in the Champions of the Zodiac. It gives me an opportunity to slow down and observe, as well as absorb everything that I'm learning. For now, though, it is time to party, and I fully intend on perhaps allowing one or two concoctions to end up in the punch bowl. I assure you it'll taste much better than the frogs.
Dear diary? Oh, God, that sounds so lame. Well, it's been quite the 2 weeks. Met a lot of people. Not quite sure how I feel about a lot of them, to be honest. I haven't really had an opportunity to talk to Il about anything that wasn't involving the games. So I probably should do that, but it's a little bit awkward, to say the least. Still don't know how I'm going to tell this kid that my father probably killed his mother. So there's that. There's also the fact that Finn also lost a parent to my father. You know, it's almost like a lucky draw at this point, picking a kid out and seeing if their parents was killed by mine. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. So I'm not feeling too great at the moment, to be honest. And then there's this whole thing with Levi and Toby. And honestly, I think I'm just going to try and give it a wide berth. I'm not quite sure how I should even approach Toby about this. Probably something he should come to his own conclusion about. But either or, I can't fight the feeling that Levi was right. And I do need Toby, and I need him to need me. And that's very selfish, and I know it is. But that's how it is. As for Juan, he sent letters, lots of letters while we were apart, and he hasn't really brought it up yet, and I'm kind of shit scared of him doing that because I have to explain why I didn't reply to the letters, and I don't know. It's kind of a crapper week, and I'm just gonna stop writing here and probably burn this piece of paper. And then there's just a few doodles at the bottom of like random drawings, and she probably would have thrown it out.
Al is a lot more short-winded, but here we go. Dear Journal, I didn't die. I mean, close, but I didn't die. Thank Merlin, Levi found that snitch after like 30 seconds, because those 30 seconds felt more like 30 minutes. I didn't know if he had it in him, but he really came through. So my boy Nico, he managed to score a goal in that time. No surprise there, but he did seem a little beat up. I'll have to check on him once I'm done here. So, going into this competition, I wasn't really looking forward to it, but I think that Quidditch match showed me that maybe it's not going to be so bad. Maybe I need something to keep my mind off things, and this group of people seems interesting, to say the least. I can't wait to get to know my team a little more. I feel bad I've been a little closed off from them just with the shock of all this, but hopefully we'll get to spend some more time together. I really want to talk to Juan a lot more about that hoop, because I feel like there's got to be more of a history there, and maybe it'll provide some answers to my mom's hoop. Then there's Roxy. You never know what you're gonna get with her. She seems 1 minute she's playing pranks, the next minute she's yelling at Levi. But I think I got a good team. We ended up coming out in the lead, and I even managed to earn some points for my team in Quidditch, of all things. So, you know what? Maybe this will be better than I thought. And best of all, we're going to Mahotokoro next, where hopefully it's a lot warmer, because Kodafstarets was like colder than a witch's tit. Couldn't handle it. So that's all for now. I better go check on Nico. I'm sure Oscar's already there. So I'll talk to you guys later. Signing out.
We have a very different Al.
Albion, when he's by himself, is like, guys.
Yeah, I like Albion by himself.
Yeah.
Yes.
I wanna go next. Dear Journal. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. We won! I'm so glad we won. I knew that I was right trusting in Levi. He got that in 30 seconds. And I can't believe I got a quaffle. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't quite sure who I was going against until I actually saw Nico. And I was like, I'm actually going against Nico. I'm not going to do anything. But we managed to do it. And I also beat Naila. Oh yeah. She got pretty beaten. Alicia's not in the nursery. I have to go check on her. This weeks have been crazy with the training and meeting the other guys. Oh, I'm so glad we're doing this, and hopefully we won't do anything involving sports very soon. That's not my forte, but don't tell anyone. Okay, regarding my fellow new classmates, companions. Well, Ayika, I never talked to him much, actually. He always seemed intelligent, calm, kind, and I don't know. I think it was really funny seeing that face of him when we had to go and beg him for some potion. He really is from Ingasiwa. You can tell. Who else? I mean, Chessa, when I first saw her, like, all perfect, after, Albion told me what the robes meant, she seemed like some kind of ice queen. But she might be. I don't know her that well, but she seems nice. Who else? Try Tessa. Now that I look at it, she is cute. But well, let's go to the important ones. Well, Albion, he seems like a mysterious guy. I don't know if he's doing that for the sake of being mysterious or if he's hiding something. I don't think so. He seems like a cool kid. Let's get to know him better. Levi. Levi, my man. Ah, he's a bit of the wild side. I don't know. I think I need to keep him in check. Definitely, I will have to keep him in check, but he's a good friend. I think I can trust him. And Roxana, I never thought I would see her again. Like, after all that happened and the Quidditch Cup and everything we went through, it was really traumatic to say the least. So I'm not really surprised she never replied. I don't know why I kept sending those letters. Well, I don't think she'll remember, so I'll don't take that. Well, she's cool. I think that's all. I have to go brag about this with my brothers. I actually got a quaffle! Hanging out.
He's so freaking cute. I feel bad now.
And last but not least, the man of the hour.
All right. So, Levi's is just a list of all the girls at this. No. Levi's would be dear journal. Like today was like a really like cool day. We played Quidditch and somehow I accidentally caught it. The snitch, you know what I'm saying? And we actually won. Things have been going pretty cool. I wish the only thing I wish is that like my fathers could have been there to see it, you know, like they might have been proud, you know what I'm saying? And now you know, I'm kind of regretting what I said to Rox about Toby, you know, maybe something I should have just stayed out of. Their life really isn't my business. Al is still pretty distant, you know what I'm saying? You'd think after all these years of not seeing me, he'd be more excited to see me. And he still, you know, kind of doesn't talk to me much, but it's cool, you know, that ship has sailed or whatever. Juan has been like my best friend here, you know, he's been pretty cool to me. He doesn't treat me like everybody else. He kind of accepts my flaws and kind of rolls with it, unlike everybody else who kind of hates me. But especially this Roksana. But you know, she's got reasons. I wish that I didn't hear those girls talking about Joe the way they did. It's easy for me to like brush off things when people say stuff about me, but like when they say stuff about people I care about, that's kind of harder to brush off. And it, you know, my dad's actually doing a really good thing. I hope their kids never, you know, aren't born squibs because they'd be treated awful with them in this world. But it makes me feel good that knowing that maybe one day they meet my dad and he'll treat them special. This competition's been pretty cool so far. I got to meet a lot of people. You know, it's per the usual. Not too many people like me too much, but I really felt like I hurt somebody, and I got to go apologize to her later.
Oh, that's so cute.
Looking forward to future events. Hopefully it's nothing I got to think too much, you know what I'm saying? I'm not too quick on my thoughts, but hopefully we do something a little more physical. That Finn guy's pretty strong. I only got a quick glimpse of him hitting the bludger ball. What's that called? I don't even know what that's called. Hitting that bludger ball, and it almost killed somebody. You know, this thing has been good for me. I think it's kind of showing people the real side of me a little bit more than people thought. Maybe people will see that I'm not. You can't just take old Levi at face value sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Well, Levi signing out.
Cool. All right. Thank you guys. Great insights in your characters. So we will continue immediately where we left off what is Roksana doing? Is she just in her room?
Actually, I was thinking about this. So she probably actually would be because like I said in the description of Coldorf Storets, there's a lot of like hallways with big windows that look out onto the like in the ocean. So there's probably lots of seats. So I imagine she's kind of just sitting and looking out. If somebody happened to pass by, but you know, by coincidence, but that's where I'm sitting.
Okay. My question is Juan going to be passing by? You don't have to be. If Juan is not passing by, I'm going to throw an NPC in.
I'm gonna pass by.
So it's up to you.
Dang.
You want to pass by?
Take that, Jordan. I'm gonna go with her and be like, "What you looking at?"
Yeah. Oh, hello, fun.
Hello, Roxy.
You really should announce yourself.
Next time I'll bring trumpets.
That would be very interesting. But also, to answer your question, I'm looking at the sea, as you can see, with your eyes. And she like points at the window.
Yeah, it's really beautiful.
Yeah,
Why
it's
are you
pretty cool.
watching them? Why are you watching the sea alone? It's our party. We won. It's time for celebrating.
You know, I just taking a minute for me.
I'm gonna see if there's a place I can sit down next to Roxy, and I'm gonna sit down and be like, "Okay, what happened?"
Nothing happened. What are you talking about? I'm cheery as always.
No. You are trying to act cheery as always. You're not as always.
Juan would probably notice like the very like faint glow around the pupil, like of her eyes. The faint, it's like a ring around her pupil.
Okay, I'm gonna ask again. What happened?
I just, had a bit of a bummer of a conversation. Like, so I'm taking a minute for myself.
What kind of a conversation can leave you like this?
Juan, you have no idea. And she is laughing like I am awkwardly trying to brighten the mood.
Well, I really don't know. I probably don't have any idea. But I mean, if you have anything you need to get out of your chest, I mean, we are friends, and that's what friends are for.
In that case, what do you do when you come across some information that can hurt a lot of people? Should you tell them, or should you keep it to yourself?
Juan is going to stare at the sea also,
Yep.
and he's gonna say, "Well, I'm not one to say. Everyone has their secrets. Do you think that revealing this information will do more good than bad?"
Truthfully, I don't know. I would think by now I'd be used to this sort of thing, but every time I find out something new, he always manages to surprise me.
He?
Mm-hmm.
Look, I have my own set of secrets. I I have a secret that I can't tell my mom, and I'm not planning on telling her. Uh, it's well, it's the same. I actually don't think that telling the truth would do more good than harm. I think it would actually hurt her a lot, but I think that maybe I'm just being selfish. I've thought about that, but at least for now, I'm gonna keep it a secret. But there's always, you can't keep all of your problems to yourself, even if you don't want to tell the people that are involved about it because you don't think that it's the right idea at the moment. That kind of burden, it takes its hold on you, and it's not good. It really isn't. So you should try to find someone that you think can understand or that you can trust, just so that you're not carrying that weight alone. It's one of the worst feelings you can have. That is, if you really think that there's no way you can tell the people involved.
Well, let me ask you this. It's good advice, the advice you're giving me. It really is. And I agree with it. But why does it apply to me and not to you?
Okay then. Like Kajika would say, a secret for a secret. How does that sound?
Depends on the secret.
Well, then I'm going first then. Juan is going to take his sheet and reveal his arm. You know, I always wear long shirts. I don't like showing my arms. This is why. And he shows you his arm, and it's full of like bruises and cigarette burns.
Oh no!
And it's like, yeah, my dad is my stepdad. It's a very violent man. He will occult it again. He's a very violent man. He gets mad very easily. So with everyone, with my mom, with my brothers, and obviously with me. My mom doesn't know. She knows that he gets mad. She doesn't know at what level he gets. So I've kept that to myself, and I make him angry. I fire him so that he will forget about my brothers, and all of the punishment comes to me. I don't know if my brothers know what he does. They only know that he's a scary man, and I really hope that's where it ends. So that's my secret. It's the burden I decided to carry, and
Between you and me, if I ever meet this man, I think I'm gonna hit him so hard he sees God. Because it is a true sin to hurt somebody as nice as you.
I appreciate the sentiment. And you?
Well, have you ever heard of our fallen Chivets?
I think I've heard of him, like in newspapers, something my mother was reading. He was a bad eater, I think. Why?
Well, Bartholomew Schwartz fancied himself a bit of a, I don't know what you would call it, visionary, I suppose. He had a very specific perception of what the world should be. And he did a lot of very terrible things, but Bartholomew Schwartz is also my father. He killed and tortured people with the same hands he held his children with. The same hands he held his wife with. And I have reason to suspect that he was part of the group of Death Eaters that killed Albion's mother. Do you see what I mean now?
Yeah, I do. Fuck.
Yeah, fuck. Not good. Not good at all.
No, it. Fucking parents, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Roxy. The world is a mess, and
It's why I stopped replying to your letters.
oh, those. Don't worry about it.
No, I should explain myself. Just let me explain. So, my whole family was there, including him. And this was after he became a Death Eater. He attacked the Quidditch match. And I was ashamed that I didn't see it sooner, that I didn't stop it, that you and your brothers and your family were nearly killed.
We were kids, Roxy.
But I knew. I knew.
Even if you did, we were kids. We couldn't have possibly stopped them. If he really was a Death Eater, they were known for being powerful evil wizards. I don't know if we could stop a Death Eater now. You don't have to punish yourself for that. You really have no control over that.
But there's more. There's so much more to this story. There are a lot of children out there who are missing parents because of my father. Lots of them. There are a lot of apologies I have said, and a lot of people I can't look in the eye. Albion included, because I'm pretty sure that his mother died because of my father. Finn, that's another one. That's why he hates me, because, well, there's a number of reasons. My last name being one of them. And who knows who else.
Look, I'm not one to say anything. I don't know if I even should be saying this, but you don't have to carry your father's sins. Those were his mistakes. He's paying for them, and he will keep paying for them in this and the other life. Those weren't yours. They are not your responsibility. You have to keep on living. Like nothing happened. Not like nothing happened. But if you do feel guilty, then be a better person and find a way to help the world as much or even more than what your father hurted.
I spent a lot of my life being liked. I don't know what to do when people hate me.
You accept it and move on. People, they have their opinions and they are very difficult to change. You have to let them be. You can't change how a person acts or what they think. They have to do that for themselves. If they hate you, it's their fault, and you only have to keep on living and just focus on the people that love you, because I know there are a lot of them. Your mother, your sister, Toby. You are one of my dear friends. I also love you. You are incredible. You didn't have to worry about that. If you ever need anything, I'm here for you. And I always will be.
Thank you, Juan. You're a good friend. But you need to realize that you will give me this advice, and like I said before, it's good advice, but secrets have a way of getting out. And I won't tell your secret. It's safe in my head. But your mother should know that her husband's an asshole. Should know that he hurts her children. Because if it's for me, if you were my son, I'd kill him.
I've been considering it, and I'll keep on thinking about it. But the same goes to you. Your secret, if you want, it dies with me.
I'm not going to kill you.
Hey. But, I mean, if you really want to tell Al, I mean, I'll be there with you, so you don't have to face him alone. And we can make better for this world. That's all the advice I can give you right now. We're supposed to be in a party, so right now let's just forget about all the stupid stuff we have to live through, and let's just, I would say, let's just party. And he will take the glass he has with him and be like, cheers, and he will drink like half of it.
I would say it's a little bubbly, and as it goes down, it feels like a carbonated beverage, and your stomach almost immediately starts to rumble slightly, not unpleasantly, but it's noticeable, and you start getting the hiccups a little bit. And when you start to hiccup, Roksana, you will notice that this misty salmon-colored cloud comes out from Juan's mouth. Could you describe what this misty shape looks like?
It looks like some kind of amphibian. Like Hark said, it's pink. I really don't know how to describe it, but so I'll just say what it is. It's actually an axolotl.
Yeah.
How does Roksana react to that?
She's kind of looking, and she looks at Juan and then back at the smirk, and she's like, "That's a neat trick. That's pretty sick. I will not lie."
It's something that Chica gave to me. You wanna try?
What will it do to me?
You will just. It's supposed to be a sneak preview of your patroning.
Oh, you got the little dragon with no wings. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it is.
Or a lizard, or a...
It's more like an amphibian. It's a Mexican thing.
Oh. Like a...
It's called
like a
an. No. It's called an axolotl.
I'm not going to try and pronounce that. I don't think my accent will allow it.
Oh, so you want to try?
Sure. Why the hell not? Could be interesting.
Here you go. The rest of it.
She's like, bottoms up.
It's a little sweet and sour as it goes down. And again, you will also feel your tummy noticeably having some sort of rumbling sensation. And uncontrollably, you start to have a bit of the hiccups. And would you describe to us what is the shape that the mist that comes from your mouth, what is the shape or look like?
Can it be any color?
This one specifically makes all the mist look salmon colored.
Yeah.
They're all salmon colored. Yeah.
So, like, at first, it probably looks like waves. But then slowly, as it starts to take shape, you think maybe a fish, but then you see the tails moving up and down, and it's definitely a dolphin that you see.
Oh.
It's a fish? No, it's a dolphin.
No, it's a dolphin. For a moment, I was worried it was going to be a fish. I was thinking, that's a piranha?
Yeah,
No.
if I got a fish, I would honestly be pretty disappointed. I feel sorry for the fish patronuses.
Why?
I don't know. I just feel like it would not be very fun. Like, oh yes, I got a tiger. I got a dog. I got a carp. Like, you know.
And the ones that got like sharks?
Yeah, sharks are cool.
I would say that like a lot of other fish are cool, but yeah, no, a carp would suck.
Or like a gappy.
Yeah.
Or a crayfish.
A
God,
clownfish.
I hope Toby doesn't get a fish. I would feel so bad.
I'm going to say that on the window, something catches your eye. These little sea creatures pass by, and they're very interesting because they look like pufferfish, kind of. But the interesting thing is, especially because they're submerged in water, is that instead of puffing out to increase the mass of their bodies, when they puff, they actually puff in a big shroud of fire. So it's sort of like flames for a little bit and then disappears, and then flames for a little bit longer and then disappears.
Roxy, what's that?
Oh, smooth lighting.
Oh, mood lighting.
Yes. Also,
Roll it. Go ahead.
Would I know what it is?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll a magical beast, knowledge magical beasts, please. And because you might have seen these before, you can add a +2.
Hell yeah.
You know these as fire puffs, and fire puffs are a special type of sea creature that swim around, and they use their flames to not only help them navigate around the sea. It's also a way that they mate with each other too, like when they're trying to grab other people's attention. But in addition, they also use their flames to help catch their prey, to feed on them. You also know that fire puffs have a very... their bodies are filled with this oily substance, this oily fluid, which helps to ignite the fire that their bodies naturally produce. And many wizards and witches have used that oil in lamps and other things because they burn far longer than the normal, like a normal lamp oil would.
To actually give you an answer that has any kind of academic value, they're actually called fire puffs.
The name suits them.
Oh yeah, it's because they're puffy and they do fire stuff.
Imagine having a Patronus that's bad.
Fire puffs have a very interesting history. You hear from behind you.
Does nobody announce themselves when they creep up on me?
Do you say that out loud?
I do.
Sorry, Tritessa says. I've been told that I tend to be rather quiet. It's not on purpose, though.
No, I know. It's... You all have very light steps. It's really unnerving, but... Hello,
In a nice way. In a nice way.
In a nice way.
Hello, she says. You're not at the party?
No, I was enjoying the view.
Yeah, we were just talking.
I must admit, she says, I much prefer down here than up there in the court of the sky.
The very one.
It's quieter, at least now. She goes over to the window and she very lightly presses her hand against the glass of the window as she watches the fire puffs start to swim by. Fire puffs are endangered nowadays. Not only were their oils used in the lamps for wizards and witches, but, believe it or not, muggles discovered them long ago. They, of course, found this particular breed of fish interesting. And over time, they discovered that the oily substance within their bodies had very peculiar properties. When they consumed, it gave even the no-mages and muggles the ability to temporarily manipulate fire. It was fun for a while, but as you can imagine, giving little children matches before they're ready for it tends to have very disastrous results. I don't really have to paint any pictures for you there. Fortunately, the Ministry of Magic was able to make it so that they were able to separate and enclose the fire puffs in areas that were no longer in reach within the muggles. And those who ever discovered them and learned about their fire manipulation properties were obliviated. She sighs. The wizarding world and the muggle world should never coexist. Bad things happen when they do.
Yeah, muggles tend to destroy almost everything they touch.
I disagree. Very much so.
Oh, then please.
One of Toby's parents is a muggle. He turned out just fine.
Yeah, I know.
And Levi has a muggle parent, and I mean, there's issues there. But Levi's a nice person.
In controlled cases, yes. But I was merely talking about in more of a global sense.
Yeah, that's me too. I know that wizards born of Muggle parents, Muggles in general, we really need to treat them better. They are not less human just because they don't have magic. But the absence of magic in their lives has made them... I have to say that from little I've heard, from my dad and my sister. They are really good at replicating magic with their intelligence. The machines they've built, the things they told me, they are very good at that. But sadly, all of the resources they use to make those machines, they're not controlling themselves, and they just keep them taking and taking, and they don't give back.
A lot of habitats are destroyed because of that. Natural habitats.
We, the wizards, need to go on and do something. You can just let muggles die because of all the things they're doing, and all the animals, magic and non-magical.
No mages and muggles are dependent on natural resources, and they're depleting the earth because of their rush to get fuel, energy, things that also pollute the environment. They definitely are very ingenious when it comes to those things, but that ingenuity comes with a price. It always comes with a price.
Don't you think introducing them to magic might, I don't know, lessen that effect? They had a resource that wasn't dependent on quite literally sucking the earth dry. It might be more beneficial to the earth as a whole.
She pauses for a moment. Go ahead.
We humans, all the humans in general, we tend to fear the unknown, and we try to kill what we fear. Muggles, there are too many of them, and like I've said, they're managing to make some terrifying things. Everyone, even us, know about what they did in Japan. If they really knew about us and the things we can do, I'm sure that there will be a lot of them, like Levi's dad, that can understand and coexist. But there will be a lot of them that don't. And if the leader of a big country decides that we are a menace, I don't know what we can do against those bombs. It's too risky. We have to help them from the shadows. That's at least what I think.
I mean, no innovation was ever made without a risk being taken. Wow, that was oddly poetic for me. I'm good at this. I tried to do it more.
I didn't mean to get into any deep politics. It was just the spur of the moment. Changing the subject, however, Tritessa says, turning towards Roksana. I have a question for you, Roksana? Roxy? Rox?
Whatever floats your boat, sweetheart.
We'll say we don't know each other that well, so I'll just formally call you Roksana. Your friend, Tobias?
Yes.
What does he like?
He likes runes. He likes books. And,
what kind of books?
I think he just likes anything, to be honest. He likes to learn things. So, information books usually. I mean, he'll read a good fictional story every now and again, but encyclopedias, he likes them.
Is there a particular animal or creature that he likes? She says, thinking.
He's always been fond of the platypus.
The platypus. Oh, yes. I like those a lot, too.
Those things are almost magical. Are we sure they are not magical creatures? They are so weird.
He said the same thing to me. Anyway, he finds them very fascinating.
She pauses and she's absorbing all of this. Thank you, Roksana. You are most helpful.
Of course. And, Tessa.
Yes.
Toby's a very sweet and lovely person.
He is.
And he smiles a lot.
He's very smart.
Incredibly. As Roksana's saying all these things, she kind of has a bit of a hardness to her face. Almost like implying, like, you know, smiles a lot. If you stop smiling...
Yeah. like that like the father with the shotgun kind of thing.
Puts the bullet on the table. Like
I'm gonna roll an insight.
Oh, this
Okay. Okay. You seem to feel that, you know, she gets what you're saying. And, you know, she doesn't seem to be intimidated by it, but she seems to understand. So there's like a mutual respect there between two girls. So
well, Tessa, it was really nice talking to you. We can have more talks like this. It was very interesting to know what you both think.
I need some practice with that. I don't like crowds. Too many people in one place.
Yeah, no.
You have a lot of access to the Flow Network now, and a lot of people find the Court of the Sea very creepy because of all the windows and the vastness of the ocean, you know, all that sort of thing. And also it's very poorly lit, so the holes are pretty empty. So, you know, if you ever wanted the place to just do your thing, you can chill here.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Of course.
I think I might take you up on that offer. This would be a good place to escape and think.
It's a good place for deep conversations.
And we do have a resident pod of porpoises in the area. They are so cute. Like,
you have porpoises? Her eyes light up.
Every now and again, they come through here. Depends on the time of year, but when it's warmer, you get more fish, so they play around in front of the windows. The northernmost atrium, that's where they like to go.
Thanks for the tip. You're all right, she says.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
No wonder everyone seems to like you. Must be nice.
Well, thank you. But I have to take Roxy away. We're gonna have a little celebration with the team.
As you should.
Time to open the vodka.
Okay, now I'm more interested.
Uh-huh.
Let's go, Roxy.
Enjoy it while it lasts. See you in 2 weeks, she says.
See you, Tessa. Get ready to lose again.
That was oddly ominous. See you then.
So I've been told, she says with a grin, and she will leave. So there are a few things that are going to be happening in the next couple of days. First of all, the day after the event, Levi, you are going to get something from the Owlry, and there is a package waiting for you in your room.
Me? Oh, okay. Yeah, he'll walk up to it and look at it, and he'll be like, "Is this one of these Roxy pranks? Should I open this?" And then I'll find my room isn't by myself, right?
I think you have your own, like, private quarters. It's a small set of private quarters, and then there's the common area. You know, the common room.
He'll open it real slowly, but like kind of far away.
You'll open it real slowly, and inside is a pouch with something in it, as well as a parchment piece of paper that's attached to the pouch.
Okay, I'll take the paper and begin reading it.
You look at the paper, and it has the same image of that witch from the infomercial. And she says, "Congratulations on your very first pouch of Mageagra. We hope that all of your wizarding magic dreams will finally come true. Please read very carefully the instructions below on how to use Mageagra, and if there are any ill side effects that occur, remember to inform your healer or medicine man right away. Thank you, and please let us know if you would like to be added to the mailing list for even more promotions from the Mageagra team." And then she'll like wave.
Oh, perfect. This got here way faster than I thought it would. And then, like, I'll just look at the bottle or take it out.
Yeah,
look at
so
the bottle.
it's a pouch, and the pouch is filled with this herbal-looking like substance, and the instructions tell you that you should mix in this powder to some beverage. The beverage can't have any acid in it, so like no juices or anything. But you could put it in water, you can put it to milk, things, as long as it's not acidic, it's fine. And they recommend that you take 1 dose in the morning and 1 in the evening.
Like every day?
Yeah, every day.
Until it's gone? Oh, okay, yeah. Then
Yeah, until it's gone.
I'll definitely do that.
You basically have enough for at least the next 2 weeks. We have a supply of 2 weeks, at which point you're welcome to order more.
Yeah, and I'll put an order in for another one in the next 2
you'll
weeks.
put an order in for another one. Okay. So you're going to start taking the Mageagra. And the next day at class, so you're in Transfiguration class right now, Levi.
Okay.
And you and Tritessa are actually in the same class together in Transfiguration. Even though Tritessa is 2 years below you, you're taking the class at her level because you're kind of catching up a bit.
Yeah.
So that's
like
why
that.
you and her. Yeah. So you're two levels below, taking this class. And Tritessa is your partner. And right now you are trying to learn the spell that is meant to reverse a transfiguration, an object transfiguration. And so you're trying to, basically you're given this object, let's say it's a goblet that used to be, I'm going to say that it used to be a hedgehog. We'll say it used to be a hedgehog, but it got transformed into a goblet. And your task is to try to revert it back to the hedgehog again.
Okay.
Go ahead and try to cast a transfiguration check. Make a transfiguration spell check.
Oh boy.
And because you've just started using Mageagra, go ahead and add a +1 bonus to this roll.
+1.
I think I
Nice.
want some Mageagra too. A +1 for.
Those are biologists, man. They know what they're doing, right, Albion? 6. Okay.
If it was any other
does-
spell, it would be like a +3 or +4.
All right, so you're trying to cast it. You're having a lot of trouble. Tritessa is seeming a little annoyed, and she sort of says, "So you can catch a golden snitch, but you can't cast a transfiguration?"
You know what it is? It's like, it's my accent. Yeah, my accent. I have trouble saying the words correctly, Leviosa, not Eviosa. So, like, I'm just struggling a bit.
She kind of sighs a little bit, and then she's going to attempt her spell as well. So Tritessa is actually very good at transfiguration. 15.
Oof.
Nice. So she casts the spell onto the goblet next to you, and with a 15, she's able to revert the goblet instantly into a hedgehog. As the goblet turns into a hedgehog, you hear a clink as something drops onto the desk right in front of you, Levi.
Oh, I'll look to see what it is.
You look to see what it is, and to your surprise, right in front of you, actually roll an observe seeing or observe spot.
Oh, sweet! I'm good at those because I'm a great
spot.
Quidditch player.
There we
14. Okay, you notice two things. The first thing you notice immediately is that there is a hoop-looking thing right in front of you that just clinked onto the table. The second thing that you notice is that the clear stone that you got from your sorting that you had attached onto the end of your wand is gone. It's no longer there.
What?
We all have one.
Oh. What?
We all have a head.
Okay. Oh. I'm gonna pick up the hoop and look at Tritess and be like, you didn't like drop this or anything, did you?
No, she says. I cast the revert spell, and I guess it hit the stud that was at the end of your wand, and it transformed into that.
That's a very good idea.
Does that mean that my rock wasn't like one of those sorting rocks? That's why I wasn't placed into a house. All right, it's all okay. It's starting to make sense. You see, I told them that I needed a new rock, that the rock was broke, that I knew it. She looked right at it. Come on now.
Who looked right at it?
I can't remember, to be honest.
Oh my God.
But do you think that like I could go to like the head mistress and be like, hey, my rock turned into a bracelet, and like I need a new rock. Let me get a house, please.
Let me see that bracelet, Tritessa says.
Okay.
Why can't he have a good memory?
I remember, but yeah.
Are you gonna let her see it?
Yeah.
She takes a look at the hoop. There's some sort of runic symbol on it. So wait, who did you say was looking at your stone before?
Oh, it was like, okay, because like, all right, so funny story. Obviously, I'm like houseless Levi, you know. Well, I went to one of the teachers and was like, hey, my rock is broken. She took a peek at it and was like, nah, this is fine, and handed it back to me.
She looks at it again, and she looks at it, and then she takes her wand, and she's going to start casting a spell on it, unless you stop her.
I will let her do it.
She does a little bit of an incantation, and then when the spell hits the bracelet or hoop thing, she goes, huh, strange. She tries again.
What's strange? He's like super excited looking at it.
I can't get a read on it.
Like
I can't tell what it does. Clearly somebody had transformed it into that stone for a reason.
Yeah, hold on. I think I know how to make it work. I think I know how to make this thing work. Yeah.
Bye.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna grab the band. I'm gonna put it on my wand.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, you can. Tritessa's eyes like go wide, and she said, How did you know to do that?
Like it was on my wand before, so I just figured like, you know, I could get it back on there, you know?
Save. Nice save.
It's going to be at this point that the professor who's teaching the class tells everyone, all right, class, time is up. We will continue this again tomorrow. Remember to please do your homework and reading tonight for the next time. with that, Tritessa is actually going to like walk with you out of class if you're going to leave to class to get to your next thing, to get to your next class.
As I'm walking, I'll be like, all right, I know what I gotta do with this thing. I gotta take it to like the smartest person I know. I'm gonna go find Chance. Yeah, I'm gonna go find Chance.
Wait, you're taking that to Chance?
Yeah, he's like the smartest dude I know.
Tritessa looks a little like insulted when you say that.
The smartest guy I know. You're clearly like the smartest girl in like the whole school. I mean, that's why you're part of the games and everything.
All right, fine. We'll go find. Let's go find Chance then. What class does he have right now?
I don't know. Maybe like herbology.
So I guess you guys are going to go to herbology class. We'll say that just for convenience sake. The next class, the next thing you have is lunch. So
Okay.
if you want to skip lunch to go see Chance at herbology, you're welcome to.
I'll do that. Yeah. Yeah.
And so Tritessa will follow you. Whether or not she's missing lunch or not, you don't know. But she will come follow you, and you're gonna go over to there's like a hut or something outside or a greenhouse type thing where herbology classes take place. And you get there a little early. The professor hasn't arrived yet, or the professor hasn't started yet, and you'll see that Chance is there waiting for classes to start. But you can go approach him if you like.
Okay, so yeah, I would approach Chance with Tritessa and be like, hey, buddy. Hey, how you feeling after the whole like Quidditch thing? You feeling better?
Oh, Levi, I feel words better. That Shogun guy, he's a miracle man. If I wouldn't put it past him, he could even bring people back from the dead. Oh, but that's very morbid.
That's pretty. Yeah, that's like a really scary thought. But I'm starting this new medication type thing. Like I got a bad back, and I'm starting this new medication. If there's any side effects, definitely going to him. But all right. So we were in class, right? And this little hoop thing came off of my wand. You know that rock I told everybody wasn't a right sorting rock? Well, it's actually, and then I'll pull off the hoop. It's actually this thing right here.
Wait a minute, you mean to say to me the entire time the stone that you had gotten from your sorting was actually this?
It's honestly as big of a shock to me as it is to you right now.
Well, that's a bit of a twist, isn't it? Well, what exactly is it?
It's like a bracelet, I don't know.
Oh, what does it do? Is it a magical bracelet?
I'm assuming so, since it was magically formed into a sorting rock, but then and Tritessa here, she did this spell and it knocked off the transfiguration magic. That's what made the bracelet fall to the table.